Hey Samford fans, welcome into this week's edition of the Student Athlete Spotlight presented by Coca-Cola. I'm John McAfoose today. I'm joined by Taylor DeCelles, senior pitcher on the softball team. Taylor, appreciate you being here.
Thank you for having me.
Well, back for your fifth year now, and let's talk about the end of last year after the cancellation. You pitched in that final game, March 12th against Bryant. You went the distance, won the game, but I know it was a very weird and surreal day for everyone involved. I can't imagine what it was like to pitch in it. Just tell us what your mindset was really before, during, and after, because really during that time where you're out there pitching, games and leagues across the country at the pro and college level are really getting canceled almost by the minute.
Yeah. Well, before the game, I honestly wasn't really expecting it when I first came into the locker room. I had a really good mindset. I was ready to play, and then probably an hour and a half before the game started, we got a notification that SEC had just canceled their season. I think that's kind of when it really set in. And so Coach Mandy gathered the team for a team meeting right before, and she looked at all of us seniors and said, this could possibly be your last game, so every single one of y'all are going to play every inning. And she said, Taylor, you're going to pitch every inning of this game. And I just lost it. I was so overwhelmed with emotions thinking that this could be the last game of my career. So during the game, I honestly just tried to have a really good mindset about it, just enjoying my time with my friends and just kind of soaking it all in. And then after the game, that was probably the weirdest part because they had come out with a notification about the season probably being canceled, and I kind of felt like I really didn't really have any emotions with it. I didn't know what to feel, and I honestly just hoped for the best that I could have at least one more game with my girls.
Yeah, when they did cancel the remainder of the spring, did you feel, before they made the announcement that you could come back for another year, did you feel like that probably was the end of your Samford career at that time after the game?
I wasn't really sure. Throughout the entire game, Coach Lee and I were sitting next to each other, and she'd look at me and be like, Tay, this isn't going to be your last game. This isn't going to be your last game. And I said, Kate, I don't know. I think it might be. And she was like, stop thinking that. You're going to get it to play another game. And I was like, okay, fine. Just try to stick with her and ride it out.
When the decision was made that you can come back for another year of eligibility, what went into your decision? Was it something that you knew right off the bat, or is it something that you had to kind of deliberate on for a little while?
Right. Well, when I actually found out, I was at dinner with my family, and when I found out, I was distraught. I was and the first thing that popped in my head is, I got to go back. And so I actually called Whitney, and I said, we got to do this. I have to come back. There's no way I can't come back. And she said, I'm on board with you, T. Let's do this. But through the past weeks after that, I was like, well, is this really what I need to do? Should I spend another year away from my family? But every single one of them were so encouraging and so on board with me going back because they know it's what I love, and they knew that I would completely regret it if I didn't come back for another year.
Let's look ahead to the 2021 season. How important is it for you to continue to take on a leadership role, specifically with some of the young pitchers on this team?
Being a leader has always been something very important to me. I like to feel like my teammates can trust me and come to me in any situation, and especially with our younger pitchers. Our whole pitching staff, we're very close, and with Abby Swaney and Megan Robertson, they are both extremely experienced and very talented pitchers, and I have no concerns about them. I think they could beat any team in the country if they wanted to, because they are truly that talented. And for me, it's just being their friend and being their biggest fan every step of the way and just watching them grow.
I know you've had several pitching coaches during your time here. You have Caitlin Lee right now. This will be her second year with the program. What has she brought to the pitching staff?
Caitlin has brought so much to this program. I mean, she is the most competitive. Gosh, she is crazy, honestly. She brings so much fire to this team, and she really pushes us every day to be the best that we possibly can be. I mean, she has helped me, and I know the rest of our staff tremendously in bringing out the best pitcher that I ever thought I could be. I mean, I couldn't even imagine the things that she's helped me with, and I am extremely grateful for her and that she's a part of our program.
When you look at your game, what is one area you would most like to improve before this coming season?
For me, I am a perfectionist, and I want every pitch to be perfect and everything I do just to align with what I've worked on, because I feel like I've worked so hard, and I think I put a lot of pressure on myself to be this perfect pitcher and this perfect teammate and athlete. And I think for me, knowing that I got very lucky to get another chance to play the game that I love. I just need to not take that for granted and maybe not be such a perfectionist and kind of let things go a little bit easier than I normally do and just have more fun with it.
A lot of people coming back for this coming season. What's got you most excited about this year?
I'm honestly really excited to see our freshmen play. I mean, they are probably the most talented group coming in, and that's hard for me to say because my senior class, I felt like we had so much ability, but they just come in with so much grit and determination every day. I mean, they are unstoppable. They come out there, they want to get better, they want to learn, and they want to succeed, and every single one of them have a big chance of starting and being in the starting lineup this year. So I'm excited to see what they have to do for our program.
All right, Taylor, we're going to end with some rapid fire questions.
Okay.
We're going to do some about you, some about your teammates. All right, if you weren't playing softball, what sport would you be playing?
I don't know, I like to swim, but I don't know if I want to do it as a sport.
Favorite hobby outside of softball, of course?
I gotten really big into tennis.
Okay, well, that could fit on the sports question,
I know,
too.
but I'm not that good at it. I just enjoy it.
Favorite spot in Birmingham?
After games, we typically go to like Hickory Tavern, and then on Tuesday nights, we go to this restaurant called Overtime, and they have like Trivia Tuesdays. And so we've really enjoyed that.
Dream job?
To work for the Atlanta Braves.
Okay, doing what?
Probably like game day operations. Just I like to be behind the scenes. I got to do an internship here with the game day operations, and I really enjoyed kind of being on the back end of everything and seeing how things work.
Favorite memory with Samford softball?
Oh gosh, could not possibly be one memory that I could pick, but honestly, freshman year you can't beat that. With just my friends, we're still best friends to this day, and having 4 years with them I couldn't be more thankful to have them in my life.
All right, let's talk about your teammates. Biggest cheerleader on the bench?
Probably Whitney Mackay.
Most sarcastic?
The most sarcastic is probably Merritt.
Best fashion?
I would either say McKenna or Mackay.
Best singer?
Whitney, just because she's terrible.
How about best dancer?
McKenna.
And finally, teammate you'd want to be stuck on a desert island with?
I want to say Catherine just because I've known her for so long, but we probably kill each other, so Merritt.
All right, Taylor, I appreciate your time, and I know we're all looking forward to the spring.
Thank you so much.
Senior pitcher Taylor DeCelles, that'll do it for this edition of the Student Athlete Spotlight presented by Coca-Cola.